Derivation of the quadratic formula. Now this is not something that you actually need to know, it's here for interest, just to show you how we derive the quadratic formula. The general quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now what we want to do is complete the square. Remember, that's to do with the first two terms when we have a non-monic quadratic. So what we're going to do is take a out, and then we'll have x squared plus b over ax, and then we've got the c. Think about expanding this back out again. A times x squared is ax squared, and if we multiply a by b over ax, the a's will cancel, giving us bx back. So now we want to complete the square inside this bracket. So we write down x, and then half of b over a, which is b over 2a, all squared. If you expand this out, you'll get the x squared, you'll get b over ax, but you'll also get a b squared over 4a squared. And we don't want that. So what we're going to do is take that away. Note that b squared over 4a squared is just b over 2a multiplied by b over 2a. And then let's not forget the plus c, and that's equal to 0. Now let's re-expand out. So a multiplied by the squared bracket here gives us a x plus b over 2a all squared. And if we multiply a by b squared over 4a squared, the a will cancel with one of the ones on the bottom, so we get b squared over 4a. And then we have plus c is equal to 0. So ax plus b over 2a all squared would be equal to b squared over 4a take away c. Now my next step is to put the right-hand side over the common denominator of 4a. So the b squared is already over 4a. To get c over 4a, I need to multiply top and bottom by 4a, so that's going to give us 4ac. Now divide both sides by a, and we have x plus b over 2a all squared is b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. And now we're going to square root. So we have x plus b over 2a is going to be plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Now we need to square root the 4a squared as well, and 4a squared is 2a times 2a, so that's just 2a. Then subtract the b over 2a from both sides, and we get minus b over 2a, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And note the denominator is the same here, so we can just add the fractions. And that will give us negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.